Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the closing attorney that you use to buy your property when you're closing or when you're selling. A lot of agents fight over this topic. They like to close with their preferred closing attorney that they use. Sometimes that's because their company has an affiliation. They're not always looking out for the best interest of their client when they choose that closing attorney. Just to give you an example, I could be an agent based out of Alpharetta with a closing attorney who is only in Alpharetta. And then I go sell, say, a property in Grayson and expect that seller from Grayson to drive to Alpharetta for a closing. Well, that's really not fair to the agent or the seller in Grayson that they should be driving over an hour to closing because you only work with somebody in Alpharetta. Me, on the other hand, I'm looking out for my client's best interest. I do the majority of my closings with O'Kelly and Sorahan, who have 21 locations in Metro Atlanta. So I can close at their Athens office, or Cobb Galleria office, Brazelton, Duluth, Midtown, Alpharetta, anywhere in town that I'm doing business, there's going to be an office there. Most buyers are going to do their final walkthrough the morning of closing. So it's much more convenient to have a closing attorney's office that's 10, 15 minutes away so you can go do your final walkthrough and then go to closing without spending an hour or hour and a half in the car. Just doesn't make sense. The other thing you've got to watch is like Gwinnett County, for example, your trash bill is part of the tax bill. So when you pay your 2019 property tax bill in Gwinnett County, you are also paying the 2020 trash bill. And if you're closing with an attorney who is not located in Gwinnett County, a lot of times they don't realize that, and they don't reimburse you that money that you're owed back by the new buyer, which is, it's only about $230, but it's still $230 that should be reimbursed to you. So you want an attorney who is in your county who understands what's going on there. You also want to make sure, most of these bigger firms, things are going to be a lot more secure. So like with O'Kelly and Sorahan, my clients, whether they're buyer or seller, they can fill out all of their personal information online. Where a lot of the smaller attorneys, you'll fill out a form with your social security number, your account numbers, and you're going to fax or scan that to somebody, which is not as secure as being able to fill it out on their secure website. Other thing to keep in mind too is if you're doing multiple transactions, you want to keep the transactions to one closing attorney's office. It can take 2 to 3 hours to wire money. So say that you are selling your current property at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, you're going to need to wait till probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon to close your new property at the other closing attorney's office to have time for the wire to go through. Where if you keep them at the same office, you could do a 9 a.m. closing on your current home and 10 a.m. on your new home and sit at the same table. It's just a lot easier. So if you have any questions about how the process works, just shoot us an email, text, or a comment. We'll talk to you later.